the reality is that for people at the office, almost everything that they actually do to carry out their tasks can be done remotely. We've learned that. The function of the office is to get people together, to get to know each other, to develop trust. It's social, psychological, it's cultural. So as we begin to think about the future of work, I would not be at all surprised to see people continuing to do a great deal of what we think of as their task from home, but finding new ways to come together, maybe at the office or in other ways, to develop those kind of social relationships that are critical to actually getting our work done.
Where does that lead the story as far as the future of work travel is concerned? You know, face-to-face meetings. How do you see the trend there? Do you see work travel coming back? And if so, then in what shape and form?
Well, in fact, I see a lot less work travel, to be honest. We've learned we don't have to fly halfway around the world for that 1 hour meeting. And the truth is that we hit the pandemic with technology that was invented before the pandemic. We're doing this over Zoom. There are a number of other technologies. This is going to get much, much better. The technology of remote interaction, of remote engagement, of remote collaboration are going to transform how all of this happens. It's part of why we bought Slack, is we think there's going to be much more remote collaboration. And the tools for doing that much better are just beginning to come to market.
What would be your advice, sir, as a thought leader, Mr. Schwartz, to businesses that are preparing for the post-pandemic era in terms of minimizing costs, maximizing revenues, managing profitability? What should they focus on?
Well, first of all, I think they have to prepare for multiple scenarios. Look, the uncertainty is still real. The virus may mutate. There's resistance to the vaccine. Some countries may not get it right. So the first thing they have to do is prepare for multiple scenarios. The second is that they want to build resilience. That is, this is a time that rewards resilience more than efficiency. The ability to absorb change and the ability to adapt to new realities. So those are the things that I would focus on most of all. Preparing for multiple scenarios and developing the resilience to deal with it.
You know what I worry about, Mr. Schwartz, is human values. Technology has become the core of everything right now. And so how do you strike that balance where you uphold human values, you keep in mind stakeholder interests while you plan the next phase of growth?
Look, I think that's absolutely critical. There's no way we can move forward unless we all take shared responsibility for our current realities and the world that's unfolding in front of us, whether it's sustainable issues like climate change or equality, assuring everybody is taken into the future with us. All of those kinds of issues are central. The values that we have had coming into this pandemic are central coming out of the pandemic as well. The notion that we have to have a kind of stakeholder-based capitalism, I think, is the next generation of capitalism. And I think many countries, including our own, are committed to that vision of the future.